That's why man has such a passion with motorized vehicles. I never fully healed. My mind wasn't ever aware when it happened. My nerves still have that memory. I would love to learn more about this. Well, that's what detox is. Don't worry about it, my friend. That's what detox is. Detox will take that memory pain, it'll show it to you, and then bye-bye, see you later. And the causative factors in there, and you're cleaning out all those acids, and it's a win-win-win for everybody there, absolutely. That reminds me, someone asked me somewhere here about PDT or something, TD or something, therapy for cancer. And so I hadn't heard about it, and I looked it up, and I said, are you serious for asking me that question? Here it is. This is from BT, UANT. It says, I surfed around the internet and came across a cancer and other acidic diseases treatment method called phytodynamic therapy. Holy crap, did you look that up? Oh, it's a chemical, and it's a chemical type of chemotherapy. A treatment that uses a drug, and it underlines drug, so you know it's not what you think it is. It's not a machine introducing phytoenergetics. It's an actual drug called a photosensitizer or photosensitive agent. And this is wacky, and a particle type of light. When photosensors are exposed to a specific wavelength of light, they produce a form of oxygen that kills nearby cells. Well, the problem with that is targeting just the cells you want to do, and then no realization of the acids to it, and the damage to other cells is obvious here. You have the chance to damage groups of cells, even though they like to make you think targeted. Whenever a medical doctor says this is going to target just the cancer cells, start walking backwards and then run for the door. Because I've had people with brain cancer and other cancers that will disagree with that theory now, because they were told targeted radiation for different cancers on the head wouldn't give them brain cancer, and came into me later with brain cancer, where I guess they must have lied. Or they were lied to by some whoever created it, or some CDC center. Again, nothing, lies, 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 lies. Another question was out there was about colonics, and I had never heard of this, particularly in Guadalajara, Mexico, where they were using this ALPISTLE. I wasn't quite sure how to pronounce that one either, so we looked it up, and holy crap, they call it canary seed or canary grass. And supposedly, it's got the silica fibers and everything, and I'm thinking, holy crap! If you screwed up and didn't get the rare breed that didn't have the silica fibers, you could really hurt your GI tract. I don't know if you studied that or not, but holy crap! These silica fibers are like the as asbestos, similar structure as asbestos, and I'm thinking, holy crap, we would put that in our bodies or in our bowels, and the chances, there's only a rare breed of this that doesn't have the fiber to it, and I'm sure that's the one they use, right? But the chances, I was studying this a little bit, the chances of getting the one with the silica fibers are high. That'd be dangerous. That'd be scary. So yeah, I'm real cautious with what we use to help you get well, because you don't have to grab all these bizarre things out there that has the potential to hurt you. You don't have to do that. There's detox in a civilized manner, and so I think it's good that we be civilized, that we be very cautious, very smart, because we have another responsibility, in my opinion, and that is to show other souls on this planet that we are ethical, that we are extremely knowledgeable, that we can take, we're one of the few people that can take a human body and make it well, and that we are based in science. We're also based in spirituality. We're God people. We're based in all facts, and that we have ethics, and that we're not just a bunch of ragtag people with bizarre ideas and everything like that. I think that we need to examine everything we do, because one of the worst things for me is to know I hurt somebody. that doesn't fit in my shoes well. So if someone gets hurt with the herbs, which we never really see this. Now, we had one guy take, I think I found this was ginseng, but his blood pressure went up real high. Now, he could have had higher blood pressure, didn't know it. I wanted to talk to him. He called me on one weekend here, and yeah, this is him right here, a Ouija bird. And he had rang me Saturday evening about the bleeding eyes. His blood vessels were so intense that he was getting a little bleeding out of it. I think it could have been ginseng in the adrenal formula. It could have been the licorice, so we got him off of that one. He went into the emergency room. I haven't read this here. Let's see. He had vertigo, so he had pressure up in the head area here. And again, you can even get that if you were so locked. I mean, your body was locked, lymphatically speaking. You could get on some lymphatic herbs and stuff like that and maybe have that just from moving of lymph with absolutely nowhere to go. So you could have that in the lymph. I was looking at the herbs in the adrenal form, which I love them all, but I've never, ever had this symptom in 40 years. So sounds like high blood pressure. I'm curious to what they found here. You never called me back, man. Had vertigo for a week before this. So, all right, so you had vertigo for a week before this. Pressure, he had pressure in the left eye and in the brain, left brain hemisphere, had vertigo for a week. So you had a lot of lymph pressure all in that, and that's just what that is. But that also created, this cerebellum here can create very high blood pressure as well. My legs were really puffy, hard, and stiff. That's after he took the adrenal tincture. Now, good question. I've just never seen it. One herb in there, probably your body just didn't get along with. And that's rare. That's extremely rare. But it does happen. You got to be prepared for that, because once in a while there's a rare case. And then some people, this guy is very nice. Some people get mad, and it's like, hey, you know, you've got a world of millions and millions of people, and everyone's different. And we're doing our very best. So once in a while you'll have a symptom like this. But this, I've never heard of a symptom like this from a formula. But, you know, it's possible, but never heard of that. The ER said it sounded like a subconjunctive of hemorrhage. I researched this and found high doses of ginseng, garlic, cayenne, ginger, or blood thinning medications could cause these blood vessels to burst. Well, I'll say this. It had to be some high blood pressure for the blood vessels to get expanded like that. Also, if you had a little bit of a parathyroid weakness and your connective tissue is weak, capillaries bleed all the time. People get a little bleeding nose, bleeding out of the lungs. That's common stuff. It's common and it's common and can occur by sneezing or blowing nose too. Yeah, I've seen that too. I have been taking lymphatic kidneys for 3 days and added adrenals on the 4th day. I noticed the legs swelling that day. Yeah, that's your adrenals. So again, pull off the adrenals there. I've decided I was going to take ginseng and licorice out of the adrenals just because of the controversy there, although really good for the adrenal glands. And we'll leave those as side herbs on that, and then no one will have a trouble with that. And no one will get confused if they have high blood pressure. Don't take licorice. Because if you had high blood pressure, man, and you didn't know it, you thought you had low, but it was really high, the licorice would make it go a lot higher. And that would be problematic. Sometimes we think we have a blood pressure, and you could have a cerebellum. Sounds like this is where you're having a problem in the cerebellum here, and taking licorice could increase that pressure, and it was the licorice, not the ginseng. So either way, you're going to have to come off, and that's where a glandular would do you so much better. That's why I put people more on glandulars. But I've never had trouble with my adrenal formula. Let's see. I am 24 male, long history of anxiety and depression. So there's parathyroid right there, and there's your adrenals. So right there shows you already had a weakness in the capillary walls, when I was on psychotropic meds for 3 years. Well, that's why. That's why right there. Cold turkey now have low bicarbonate hydrochloric acid in stomach. That's why you don't eat any protein. Bicarbonate actually comes from the pancreas, so you can work on your pancreas there a little bit. stomach pain for 6-8 months, chronic condition. So this is where your anxieties could be coming. We were just talking to a young lad, the same problem. He's in a lot of anxieties. He didn't have any nerve rings in his eyes, but his stomach looked black, and I said, hey man, you got something going on in your stomach. He said, yeah, I've been noticing some stomach. So the stomach, remember, is the seat of the autonomic nervous system, and you could really, you know, all these chemicals that we're ingesting, all these dyes, all these neurotoxins, I mean, this stuff gets in the stomach wall, it stays there, and this could be an exacerbator. This could right be where your problem is. So this is why I'm doing stomach and bowel number whatever. I'm doing lymphatic 1 capsules or lymph node 2 capsules and the GI broom or some type of cleaner on top of that, and really trying to clean up that GI tract tissue. Real important. It sounds like this might be where you're getting your anxieties. Depression is going to be coming from the parathyroid, which is right up here in your head anyway. So you can see with these different cases that we have different situations with everyone here, and you just work through them. You work and you work and you work. I try to weed out anything, any herbs that might cause even one person a problem, but again, never in our life have we had a problem with the adrenal formula. First guy in 40 years. But I don't want other people to have that. I suck that adrenal gland formula down and love it. But you have a lot of pre-existing problems here, man. You got a heavy lymphatic problem, this whole left side of the head area. You've definitely got something going on in the stomach that's suppressed hydrochloric acid. Bicarbonate's going to come from the pancreas. You could have plenty of bicarbonate and low hydrochloric acid, which again, you want to stop all protein anyway to get well, and so you just have to avoid all protein. Now think it's endocrine weakness, all connected. Absolutely. And remember, the adrenals control this autonomic system right down here in the stomach area. Pituitary, adrenals, pancreas, stomach, kidneys, backed up lymph. I think you're right on board here, man. Currently waiting for a medical synopsis on my digestive issues. Get me a picture of your eyes. That's the best diagnostic tool. It'll save you a lot of time and dyes and stuff. Is just get an up-close picture of your eye. We can see your stomach and everything right there, bro. Thinking about doing a fast, boy, I would, and really start cleaning my lymph, because you got to get all this pressure out of here, because this could take off anytime. This pressure could happen to you anytime. And if you're having with this depression and you've been on psychotropic drugs, it tells me you have very thin capillary walls. That's why you got bleeding out of them. And I can tell you that leads us to nothing any good. You want to bring up your parathyroid, get calcium utilization, therefore your vascular walls will strengthen. No more bruising easy or bleeding like that. You want to do that. Clean up your gut for digestive reasons. Let's see, thinking about it. I read somewhere where this happens to diabetics too, and is the cause of their blindness. What is? I am unaware of being diabetic. I have been on a low-fat, high-fruit, low-veggie diet for 3 months. I do not have a pint of juice for 25% beets, dandelions, nettles, and 75% orange once a day. Well, that's a butt kicker. Nettles could thin you out a little bit there, capillary-wise, probably. Could build some pressure there, but